Updated March 29, 2018, 13 hours 53 minutes and 12 seconds. It's one of the richest sporting leagues in the world, and the behaviour of Steve Smith and David Warner has cruelled the chances of Australian cricketers winning a place in it. Steve Smith and David Warner lose $2.5 million IPL contract. Sill's decision to boot them came after CA slapped them with a 12-month ban. Apple ranks 6th in attendance among all sports leagues worldwide. The Indian Premier League ranks 6th in attendance among all sports leagues worldwide, putting it on a par with money machines like America's NBA and the English Premier League. Its brand value is measured at $6.8 billion. The media rights for 5 years from 2018 were sold for $3.3 billion to Rupert Murdoch's Star Media, in the most expensive broadcast deal in the history of cricket. And each team has a $17 million salary cap to play within the chase for talent. And that's where Steve Smith and David Warner come into it. Smith and Warner were on $2.5 million contracts to captain sides in the competition, the Rajasthan Royals and the Hyderabad Sunrisers respectively. But they've been ditched from the IPL roster after Cricket Australia handed them both a 12-month playing ban. For Smith and Warner, it's the latest blow to their commercial interests in the wake of the ball tampering scandal, but it casts a shadow over the future of other Australian players as well. Each of the franchises can sign up to 8 foreign players, and the $17 million wage bill makes it an attractive proposition for Australians who shine in the 2020 format. Indian fans were baying for blood early on, calling for both men to be scrapped from the competition. The IPL had already sacked them as captains, but were waiting for Cricket Australia to hand down sanctions before getting rid of them altogether. Former Indian cricketer Atul Wasan says their positions were untenable. "How can you make someone who has been caught with their hand in the jar as captain of your team?" he said. "There's a lot of bad publicity and we don't want to. Captains who have just been caught on TV doing all of this. I feel sad because I'm not one to kick somebody when he's down, but it's brought a lot of disrepute, not just to Australian cricket, but Australia in whole." IPL trying to shake its own history of scandal. It makes sense for the IPL to sever links with the Aussie pair, especially as it is trying to shake off its own shadow of scandal. In 2013, 3 players from the Rajasthan franchise, which Smith was signed to, were arrested for spot fixing, and the Chennai and Rajasthan teams were suspended from the league. The sponsorship fallout was rapid. Pepsi terminated its contract in the wake of the scandal. But that didn't deter Chinese smartphone brand Vivo from buying in. It currently holds sponsorship rights worth nearly $88 million, proof that the money-making machine that is Indian cricket is hard to resist. The money involved puts it on the same scale as some of the biggest American sports. "That's the scale you're looking at," says Saurav Ubawaja, an international brand and sports marketing expert and chief executive of Brands of Desire. Mr. Ubawaja believes the fallout from the ball tampering scandal has affected more than just the reputation of Australian cricket. Australia's different, because the sporting excellence is largely intertwined with the brand identity of Australia, he says. And he believes Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull's decision to weigh in on the matter only served to escalate the scale of the crisis. Maybe his not getting involved would have been a better thing to do. Plenty of voices in the Indian media expressed surprise Mr. Turnbull got involved, with the Telegraph India newspaper saying it made things worse. Those who swear by cricket, and there would be millions across the globe, have to thank Australia's Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull for ensuring that heavy sanctions await the cheats of Cape Town. An editorial in the paper wrote, "Please, no cheats in the IPL," the paper added, calling the Australians unfit to lead or even sit in the same dressing room as young cricketers. While Australian cricketers have always signed sponsorship deals at home, the Indian market can offer even bigger paychecks. Commercial opportunities for Australian cricketers in India range from IPL contracts to lucrative sponsorship deals and even Bollywood roles. Brett Lee famously starred in the 2015 film Un-Indian. Lee and former teammates Shane Warne and Adam Gilchrist and Brett Lee are among those who've starred in ads on Indian television. But the golden image of Australian sporting success and star power has taken a beating on the subcontinent, and it'll take more than sitting out the IPL for a season for Brand Australia to recover. Topics: Cricket, Sport, India, Australia. First posted March 29, 2018, 12 hours 40 minutes and 17 seconds.